Um, I'm gonna need CPS to do a visit to Jenelle Evans's house real quick because it is absolutely shocking and concerning that her son Jace has already ran away from home twice in the span of 2 weeks. Right. The first time that we heard about him going missing was when he had gotten into an altercation with a teacher at school. And then he just ran off into the forest and he was located via his phone's Snapchat device. Sorry, not device, but application, and brought home to Janelle and David, who are the very people that I assume he was trying to avoid. I think he was in fear that he was going to be severely punished for whatever went down at school, which we already know would lead to horrible things because Jenelle Evans' husband, David Eason, is a rather violent and scary guy. This is the same person that shot dead their family dog because it nipped at their daughter who was all up in its grill. It left no damage or anything like that. But David, mainly for a publicity stunt, decided to take the dog Nugget out back and shoot it. So it's no wonder Jace is afraid of him. And it was also mentioned on a past episode of Teen Mom 2 that Jace had such a big fear of him that it would cause him some problems in terms of bedwetting and whatnot, which to me is an extreme level of fear that is incredibly concerning. I'm surprised that David is allowed to be in the house with him. But anyway, TMZ just broke this story last night that Jenelle called the cops to help her locate Jace the other night. He was at the house and everything, and then a certain moment, he just decided to wander off, and they launched a kind of search for him, and they found him at a gas station not too far from Janelle's house. One thing that's quite strange about the entire ordeal is that she was not able to get in contact with him. I wonder if he had his cell phone taken away or anything like that, because that was something that she had claimed happened when he ran away the first time. She claimed that it was because he got his cell phone taken away or he didn't have a cell phone or whatever, but that turned out to not be true. It turned out that he was actually located thanks to his cell phone, in fact. So for one reason or another, Janelle's manager reached out to TMZ to tell them that he left. This all happened on Monday. Okay. There was no further detail as to why she wasn't able to get in contact with him. I would have loved for her manager. I don't understand why she has a manager, because she doesn't really have anything going on outside of OnlyFans, but I digress. I would have loved for him to give details about why she couldn't get in contact with Jace. Was it because the cell phone was taken away as part of his punishment for the altercation with the teacher, and that's why she wasn't able to? Why did James wander away? There was no real details provided about it. All we know is that he was found. I don't know, you guys. Running away twice in 2 weeks, or going 2 weeks, is incredibly concerning. I've never heard stories about him doing this in the past. I know that Barbara did talk about him being quite difficult and exhibiting other concerning behaviors, but I was not aware of him being a runaway. I think that when you have a case like this where both parents have already lost custody of all of their children at a certain point, and they've got how many? There's Jace, there's Kaiser, there's Ensley, and then Marissa as well. Jace, Kaiser, Ensley, Marissa. Who am I missing? Somebody? I feel like I'm missing somebody. There's no way there's only 4 kids between the two of them, but I digress. Maybe there's another one. But when you've got 2 parents here, and I use the parents in very loose term, right? And they've lost custody of all their children at a certain point. And we know that one of the parents in the home has a history of being violent, unstable, and very antagonistic and high conflict. We should be keeping a closer eye on them, especially when things are happening, like one of their children consistently running away. This makes me very nervous. I really do wonder what is going on with Jace, what is going on in this house that he seems to be running away from. Jenelle, at this point, has not personally released a statement about what happened to provide any kind of clarification, but perhaps that's something she is going to be doing maybe even today or later on in the week. This is news that is just coming out as of yesterday night. So stay patient. Hopefully we'll get to understand a little bit more about this story. I don't know. I really don't get why he would be wandering off and found at a gas station. Like maybe he just went there to go and find like some snacks and he was going to come back. But it doesn't make sense because they said that it was hours that he had been gone and the gas station is only 10 minutes away from the house. So what would he be doing within the hours, right? Like, was he hanging out with other people? Then he wound up at the gas station. Was he somewhere else that he just so happened to be at the gas station? Or was he at the gas station the entire couple of hours? The whole thing just comes across very suspicious. And I don't know. Again, as usual, I have to hope for the best for Jace. I don't think that he really had a great chance. I don't think any of these kids have much of a great chance with Jenelle and David as their parents. And it's very unfortunate that you cannot choose your parents. But I digress. There's nothing more for the moment. Well, I'm going to stay tuned to hear what Jenelle has to say about the situation and update you if any kind of further information is released. But in the meantime, let's just all hope for the best for this poor boy. He really has gone through so much in his life, way too much in his life, and he deserves some semblance of peace at a certain point, right? Like, it's just so sad. It's really sad what he's had to go through in his life, and I'm just hoping for the best. Make sure to let me know all of your thoughts and opinions on the situation in the comment section down below, and as usual, we'll chat. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.